It's always nice to get back to the basics, don't you think? This is a 442 called 442 Holographic. I haven't covered a lot of 442s, I don't believe. But this one has two Segundo Volantes in there, which is interesting, and I can't wait to see how it does for our three teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. But the tester of this didn't really say much, just saying nice counter-attack effect. They did test out with Man City. We all know how much I'm not a huge fan of testing with Man City, which is why, yes, we're testing with Liverpool, but we're also using Aston Villa and Ipswich Town to kind of round things out a bit. But Man City getting 91 points, 131 goals for, 100 goal differential is pretty nice. So, with all that said, let's dive into the Premier League and see how our teams did. Well, Liverpool pipped Man City with 92 points instead of their 91, but only 107 goals, only 80 goal differential, not nearly as good. But Aston Villa tying 92 points, 104 goals, that's pretty nice. But since Liverpool won out, we test them first. Man City, Carabao Cup final, they lose out in penalties. Liverpool, unfortunately, that is one down. FA Cup final, after beating Ipswich Town there, FA Cup final, you lose to Arsenal 1-2. Well, the always a bridesmaid, never a bride tends to fall short when you get to the Europa League final. 2-1 in extra time against Leipzig. Now, it is an extra, so they came real close though. But this is a 2-trophy season, 2 runners-up, not too bad at all. Liverpool stats, they do have a lot of green, but goals, 27 for Salah, 26 for Nunez, not bad at all. 19 assists for Robertson, Szoboszlai with 15. Average rating, Nunez with a 7.34, interesting. Aston Villa's schedule, Carabao Cup 4th round, 0-3 against Manchester City. Of course they did. But FA Cup quarterfinal, they lose out to Ipswich Town, 0-1. But they storm back in the Europa Conference League final, 3-1 over Freiburg. They got a trophy at least. So overall, second place in the Premier League is fantastic. Winners of the Conference League is fantastic. And the domestics, yeah, whatever. Squad-wise, they do have a lot of green there, at least for Aston Villa. 36 goals for Ollie Watkins, 21 for Zaniolo. That is a big difference. Assists, 18 for McGinn and Luis apiece, 17 for Bailey. Average rating, well, Ollie Watkins is the big one with 7.31. Data hub-wise, Liverpool, of course, through the roof attacking and through the roof dribbles this time around, and they've got a fantastic mark in the defensive pieces, a little bit under in the, opposition passes per defensive action and tackling percentage. But goals per game, 2.82, a little bit down from some of the later tactics that we've tried, 0.71 conceded, 0.76 XG against. Aston Villa through the roof attacking as well, not quite in the dribbles and the fouls against per game, but defensively still looks pretty nice. Goals per game, 2.74, 1.05 conceded, 0.97 XG against, below average for them. Premier League stats, Aston Villa actually getting the tops with 2.42 points per game, as does Liverpool. They're just in second. But most goals, Liverpool in first with 107, 104 for Aston Villa, 1 and 2. Very nicely done. Fewest shots against, Liverpool with 245, Aston Villa with 310. Most dribbles made, Liverpool with 794, 698 for Aston Villa, and most shots for 722. Above that 700 mark I love to see for Liverpool, 657 for Aston Villa. Well, of course, Ipswich Town getting first place. Don't need to show that off, but 114 points, 131 goals is pretty impressive. Carabao Cup, they didn't do all that well. Second round is where they lose out to Luton 1-2, but they got to the semi-finals after beating Aston Villa, losing out to Liverpool 1-3. Impressive. So, like I said, an impressive run in the FA Cup to the semi-finals, but the championship, very well done. 9 points ahead of Southampton. Yeah, that's pretty good. Squad-wise, goals, 20 for Yildiz. George Hurst with only 12. Assists, 22 for Leif Davis, 20 for Burns. And then average rating, Leif Davis with a 7.31. Championship stats, 2.48 points per game for Ipswich. Most goals in first with 131. Fewest shots against with 377. Most dribbles made with 853. And most shots for in first with 809. So let us take a deeper dive into the tactic itself. A sweeper, keeper, and defend is where we start. Fullbacks on the left and the right in support. Ball-playing defenders in defend. Wingers on the left and the right in support with 2 Segundo Volantes, like I said in the beginning, in attack. And then 2 advanced forwards in attack up front. Balanced mentality, in possession, attacking with his narrow, approach plays pass into space. Focus played on the left and the right. Passing directness is shorter. Tempo is higher. Low crosses. Run at defense and be more disciplined. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly, and roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more, and invite crosses. But now, how did it do for our three teams? I mean, clearly, really well. 114 points, 131 goals for Ipswich is really nice. And Liverpool and Aston Villa coming first and second. That's pretty impressive. Even Man City drawing with them on points. But look at that. The goal differential is just so far down that it's really well done by all three teams. The defensive pieces were pretty nice. Attacking, I mean, we've seen higher numbers, sure. But overall, if you like a 4-4-2, this might be one to check out. But that is it for me, Savvy FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.